I actually made it all the way through this U-boat. Quite impressed, actually. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My second and last day here in Hamburg. Gosh, my hotel was a bit basic, let's call it that way, bit basic. Hard wooden trestle bed, curtain hanging off. Oh dear, I stayed in some cheap accommodation in my time. But I think that one wins first prize. My goodness. Well, I do these videos on a budget. I have to travel on a budget. I don't have vast amounts of money, unlike other YouTubers who appear to have money to travel and stay in nice accommodation. Fortunately, I don't. I'm only a bus driver. I work on low income, so but never mind. It's a lot quieter down here on the Reeperbahn this morning than it was last night. Still a load of let's call them homeless people, sleeping rough. Passed quite a few last night as well. Most of them were drunk. The streets are quiet. Lots of partiers out last night. I think it must have been a football team in town celebrating. Don't know if their team won or not. Blue and white stripe. Does that mean anything to anybody? Football team from Hamburg, perhaps? I know nothing about football. And I stay clear of football teams, especially when they're football supporters, I should say, when they're out getting razzed in the local bars. Very raucous behaviour, raucous singing, that despite being at the back of the hotel, is still very audible. But today I'm going to head down towards the river, look at some of the maritime history of Hamburg, and then head back to the airport and catch my flight back to Stansted. Got to go to work tomorrow. But what a great way to spend 2 days off. Visiting Hamburg. It's absolutely lovely. I will return here at some point. I don't know when. There's so much more I want to see and do here. And just walking around yesterday, after lunch, walking up to the Reeperbahn, I found so much of interest to see, so many more museums that I want to explore. So another trip to Hamburg or two is definitely on the cards. The first thing I have to do is to find somewhere for breakfast. And I did pass a few cafes yesterday, so I'm going to try and see if one of those is open, and then see what today brings. Hopefully the rain will hold off. It didn't half come down last night. It seems to be a bit dry now, so let's head out down towards the river and explore for Hamburg on day 2 of my adventure. I do like it here, it's fun. Just taking a little walk through this park that I discovered yesterday. All those nice coaches parked up on the right hand side. Rather smart, rather luxurious to ride in. Probably quite nice to drive as well. Do you like driving a nice coach? On the left hand side is the Bismarck Memorial to Otto von Bismarck, the first Chancellor of Germany from 1871 to 1890. The statues are undergoing some renovation at the moment, but I'll put a stock image on the screen so you can see it. Quite a shame because I like monuments like that. But oh gosh, there's more More rough sleepers here. This part of Germany seems to have a problem with rough sleepers. It's quite unfortunate in this day and age. I suppose with the cost of living crisis affecting everybody, more and more people are falling on hard times, which is so sad. It's so sad to see. I just hope that there's a support network here in Hamburg and they can get the help that they need. Just ahead is the dock area. Well, I've made it down to the dock area. Just heading up these steps. Take a look at the view from the top. I've also had breakfast as well. Nice cup of coffee. Found a delightful little cafe. Nice cup of coffee. A pastry. Kirschplunder, which is black cherry sort of pastry. Rather nice, and rather nice little cafe and convenience store as well. Rather nice. I'll put that on my list for another day. And get a great view over the docks are up here and a massive container ship. Well, that's good timing seeing that container ship. Hopefully I'll find a few more huge vessels as I walk down towards the docks. I know that somewhere down here is there's a U-boat, submarine. So I'm going to try and find that. And there's also a tunnel that goes underneath the river as well. So got to try and find that and just see what I can discover down here. Got no real plan for today because it's only a short day. I've got to get back to the airport just after lunch. So it's what, 9:30 now. So I've only got a couple of hours to explore and see what I can find. There's another set of steps on the other side of the road. So we'll walk up here and look at the view from this point. This is actually the Willi Bartels trip, or the Willi Bartels steps. Willi Bartels was a local entrepreneur and businessman here. He owned a lot of property in the Reeperbahn, including numerous bars and hotels. It's quite an astute businessman in his day. And there's another rough sleeper here. Oh, that's not good. There's so many of them here. So many rough sleepers. I begin to wonder if Hamburg has a problem with rough sleeping. I sincerely hope these people get the help that they need. At the top here by the hotel. Hotel Hamburg. Rather nice. Just on the right-hand side is looks like a vat or some brewery apparatus. There's a plaque on the side in German. Built in 2002 to designs from 1936, and it was donated by the brewery belonging to Wilhelm Bartels. So that's interesting. Oh, it's obviously a brewer as well. I suppose if you own bars and hotels, you might be into the brewing as well, so that's nice to see. A German managed to translate that. And the view up here is absolutely amazing. Lovely. Seems to be where the pleasure boats go from. Definitely want to try on another visit. But it's quite nice down here. This is the old port area. These cargo ships used to come in here before they built the main port a little further down. Try and get that a little later in the video, but yeah, it's quite interesting walking around here. Let's head a little further down, try and find this tunnel and the submarine. Just stopped off at this delightful little restaurant here on the quayside. Ordered myself some nice German meatballs, mashed potato, selection of green veg. Looks jolly tasty indeed. Oh, that's lovely. I do like German food, and this has been sponsored. So thank you so much to Sean Kelly. He went onto the Buy Me a Coffee link, which you'll find in the description, and purchased several coffees. Thank you very much, that's very kind of you. And if you'd like to buy me a coffee, or a nice German dinner, or something else, then do as Sean did. Follow the link in the description, and you too can get a mention on my channel. Ooh. One of the best things about coming to Germany is German food. I've had some great German food yesterday, and in Nuremberg last week, and on my previous visits to Germany. I can't wait to return, and I will do very soon. I've got more holiday to come, so more visits to Germany, I hope. So I'm going to finish my delicious lunch and then head on down the docks and try and find that submarine. That was a delicious meal. Lovely meatballs and veg. Oh, I just love German food. Another little walk around the docks as well here. Really enjoyable. And it's just starting to rain a little bit as well, so just as well as the tunnel up ahead, the Elba Tunnel, which goes down underneath the river to the other side. So let's take a look over there and walk through the tunnel. There's an elevator that goes down to the bottom, but there's also some stairs. It gives it a lot more fun to walk down the stairs and just really get to look at the internal structure here, the architecture. Really is it's quite impressive. Originally a road tunnel. These huge lifts used to carry cars. Cars would drive in, lift would take them downstairs. It would drive underneath the river, and then there'd be lifts on the other side, which would take them back up to road level. The tunnel opened in 1911. It's 426 metres long, 1,398 feet. It actually featured in the 1974 film, The Odessa File. I haven't seen that film for a long while. I do remember watching it when I was younger. It's one of the first films that I remember watching. I think I'm overdue to watch it again. I think it must nearly be down at ground level now. I mean, this goes down to the roadway. Wow, this really is rather impressive indeed. I do like exploring tunnels. I like looking at the architecture and the structure of the tunnels. Some really nice Art Deco lighting as well, almost certainly of the period. The nice green effect of wall tiles along the about 6 feet, 7 feet off the ground. And there are some tiles as well depicting fish. Some lobsters and crab, depicting what was the former industry here, fishing. It's really rather nice. A lot different to the Greenwich Foot Tunnel I walked through in London last year. It was a marvel of Victorian engineering. This one, of course, is a lot more modern. Of course, wide enough for a car. These days, no cars come down. But cyclists do. And I've already been pinged several times by cyclists, which is not good. It was in the road. What do you expect if I walk in the road? You know, you don't hear them coming. It's silent. There we go. Just past the halfway point, and I'll take the elevator up to the surface. These lifts are huge. I've never been into a lift that's as large as this before. I've made it to the other side. Now I'm going to find the walkway round to the left and take a look at the views across the river from this side. And the weather's holding out as well, which is nice. A few spots of rain in the air, but the weather's holding out, which is nice. Quite contrary to the forecast. So let's just walk around here, back down to the river. And here we are at the other side. Oh, what a lovely view, looking across the river at Hamburg. See the other end of the tunnel behind me, the dock area, and the spire of St Michael's Church. Absolutely it's a delightful view. Standing on the riverside, looking across at some of the places that I've visited here in Hamburg, and watching the vessels on the river. Rather nice. There's a couple of information boards there with old photographs of the river as it was back in the war years. This area here was the Voss shipyard. I think it was here where they made submarines. It's all changed a lot today. That sort of industry has disappeared, and this area has been rejuvenated. But now let's head back across the other side of the river and try and find that submarine. Wow, just up ahead is the submarine I've come to see. So let's go on board and take a look. This is going to be very interesting. Today, got my ticket, €9. Have a look around this U-boat. Never been on a U-boat before. Don't really have sea legs. I get seasick. I'm also a claustrophobiac as well, so going to a submarine is probably not the best thing I could do, best activity I could go on, but let's have a little look and see. Got a torpedo here as well. Oh, look at that. This isn't actually U-434. U-434 was launched in 1941 and sunk the same year. This is actually a Russian submarine, Soviet 515 Tango class submarine, built in 1976. The Tango class submarine was the NATO reporting name of a class of diesel-electric submarines that were built in the Soviet Union to replace the Foxtrot class submarines, and those were assigned to the Black Sea and the Northern fleets. I don't think I'd make a very good submariner. My gosh, that was narrow. But I seem to be landed in the crew quarters here. This is fantastic. A set of stairs down here. These ones are a bit narrow as well. Oh dear, oh dear. There's a door here to the looks like the toilet area. Wow, one toilet for a whole crew. Must have been quite unpleasant in there. They didn't serve curry on board. Oh my goodness me. Let's go down these stairs and see what we can discover down here. Of course, I've got my handbag, my backpack, and wow, this is cramped. Like a shower room here. Another little hatch just here as well. Goes into some part of the engine room. Wow, this is really interesting. Another one of those round hatches as well. Let's see where this goes. Got to get through it first. Through. And have fun and games editing this video. This is even more narrow and cramped. Oh. This goes down to the very back of the submarine. Let's have a look and see what's down here. There's a couple more rooms here off the side. Another ladder which goes up. Looks like the galley on the left here. Another tunnel to go through. Oh, I'm not built for submarines. Oh, this is terrible. Ouch. This is terrible. I'd never make a... Oh! Really must lose some weight. What's through here? Let's have a look and see. Head up these stairs. Oh. And see where this goes. Oh. Got up the stairs. Another little room on the left, which is a galley. Looks like more crew quarters down here. Yeah, these are bunk beds in here. That was the officers' quarters there on the left, and more crew here. Both left and right. And come up towards the end, there's one of those round hatches. Let's try and get through this hatch as best I can. Oh. I think this goes down into the engine room. This looks like the control panel. Don't read Russian, don't speak Russian, don't read Russian. All the dials here are in Russian. And through another door. This goes into the engine room. You can hear the artificial sound of the engine. Couple of steps, another one of those round holes. I've got to go to the back. I've come this far. I've got to go. Keep going. And I'm sure the Russian sailors didn't carry a handbag, nor all their overnight things in a rucksack, so I've got my work cut out here. Oh dear, things I do for YouTube. Well, I'm definitely down in the engine room now. Looks like the area on the right is where the U-boat is controlled from. There's a big steering wheel there, an important starboard lever. I've banged my head twice more already. This is absolutely fascinating here. And there's another toilet on the left as well. So let's go through this next hatch and see what's through here. Can't be much further, surely. Looks like there's another wash area. Looks like many of these submariners must have literally washed and lived where they worked. A little basin here on the left-hand side, and a couple of dozen more dials and switches. Going into the crew quarters here. Yeah, it's like a mess room. All the submariners would be in here. Through here's another doorway. Oh, ouch, I've just banged my head. Oh, can't imagine being down here under battle. My gosh, that must have been terrifying. I'm feeling claustrophobic right now. Oh, there's a bunk here. Well, these are the steps which go up to the surface again. I actually made it all the way through this U-boat. I'm quite impressed, actually. It's got these last few stairs. Rushed right to the very back is another mannequin of a sailor, submariner, with like a propeller at the back. But, absolutely fascinating. Let's head up now to daylight. Wow, that was absolutely amazing walking through there. I did feel very claustrophobic, and I'm so pleased I've done it. I really am. Wow, that was absolutely brilliant. I banged my head a few times. I've got a headache. Oh dear. And yeah, absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Let's just walk further up. I think there's the old fish market up here, because this is the old fishing piers. This is where the fishing fleets used to come in, unload their catch, and there'd be a market up the end. The building's got quite a nice glass structure on its roof. So I imagine the architecture inside is probably rather interesting as well. So let's go and take a look up there. And I think about heading back to the airport. But I've done all I came to do in Hamburg on this trip. I've had a fantastic time. Had a great time in Nuremberg last week. And the weather there was a lot nicer than it is here. Oh my goodness me. Oh. Here we are outside the old fish market. What lovely architecture. Nice ornate brickwork, ironwork in between. Huge great doors with a fish on the outside. Indicate the fish market. It's absolutely delightful. Very elaborate building, very ornate. Wonder why they built it this way. Must have had some money there, or the owner wanted to make a statement about his business. Let's take a look inside. Wow, absolutely fantastic. Iron railings in here. ornate ceiling. This is absolutely fantastic in here. All the walkways in here on the sides reminds me of a Victorian prison. Absolutely beautiful, it really is. They've looked after this building and maintained it. There seem to be lights up on the ceilings. I guess there's a stage at one end and speakers on the ceiling, so I guess they hold live music events here. It's really lovely to walk around. But this is where I end this video. End of my second day here, looking around Hamburg, discovering some of its history. After all, it wouldn't be an Alice video if we didn't discover some history. We certainly found plenty of that over the last 2 days, from old churches, architecture and submarines. So I've got to head back to the airport now and catch my flight back to Stansted, because I've got to go to work tomorrow. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I have in making it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow my journey. There are plenty more adventures to come, more from Germany, Italy, Ireland and further afield. So, thanks for watching.